evening and welcome to SVG-TV's news for Thursday, December 4th, 2025. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. The New Democratic Party, the NDP, commemorated its 50th anniversary on Friday evening with a Thanksgiving service at the New Testament Church of God, marking a historic milestone that comes just days after the party's sweeping victory in the November 27, 2025 general election. The NDP, founded on December 3, 1975 by the late Sir James Mitchell, returned to government after 25 years in opposition, securing a commanding 14-1 majority and ending the Unity Labour Party's 24-year tenure in office. Delivering a reflection on the party's history, long-standing member of the NDP, Ambassador Kingsley Lane, said the establishment of the NDP 5 decades ago was rooted in patriotism, vision, and enduring love for country. He paid tributes to the founding members for their sacrifice and steadfast commitment.
The early days of this movement were hard because the leader at the time, Sir James, founder, he exhausted his meager parliamentary secretary salary in paying for transport. Keep the beetle going. Yes? The early days were indeed hard. And there are a select group of people who even at that time came forward and offered of their limited resources to the parties and its growth. I speak of people like Mr. Bonady of Bonady Supermarket. I speak of people like Beverly, then Hamilton, now Stapleton, who worked in the party's office for zero. She is the one who proposed setting up a box, a telephone box, so that people can make calls without paying. Because the party, the penniless party, often had to find funds somewhere to pay for phones and leave the rentals to accumulate. So, defeat in the 1974 election dampened the spirit of the group. They felt very depressed, but they kept on going. For the defeat in 1979, after the founding of the party, brought greater despair. Because in 1979, the famous Soufriere election, the Labour Party again ramped home to power. And there was real despair in the country and among the members of the party. But they kept going on. And we have to salute them for going on when it looked as there was.
Noting that the NDP was forged in struggle and human sacrifice, Lane emphasized that after a quarter-century in opposition, party members must be applauded for their resilience, perseverance, and hard work.
Imagine our leader, the Honorable Dr. Friday, coming into politics in 2001 after the departure of Sir James, and spending all those years in opposition with a smile on his face. I call for a round of applause for Dr. Friday, his family, and all those who stood by him. Because Dr. Friday's popularity didn't go down. Don't fool yourself. People know truth. They saw the sacrifice that this young man was making. Abused in Parliament. Treated as scum. I heard somebody references made to our leader, and I said to myself, but there must be a level of decorum in parliamentary behavior. And so, I call for another applause for Dr. And he was joined by frontline members, the Deputy Prime Minister, yes, our Vice President, Nigel Nature Stevenson. Okay? The member for West Kingstown. All the other members of the executive. And sometimes when we see our elected representatives given a certain degree of respect and honor, bad-mouth people say, what they think they be, who can suffer that amount? But one famous former trade union leader in the Caribbean said that there's only one profession where you start at the top, and that is gravedigger.
Addressing supporters during the celebration, NDP President and newly elected Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday highlighted the significance of the anniversary, remarking that it is not every day you can celebrate the 50th anniversary of anything. He affirmed that the NDP is stronger than ever.
And that is a good thing, because, our Constitution doesn't mention political parties. It talks about representatives. But we know, practically speaking, you can't have contests of elections and a vibrant democracy without the existence of strong and vibrant political parties. So we owe an eternal debt of gratitude for all those who founded our great party. So James, top of the list. Last elections, we thought we would form government. And to be honest, I wasn't nervous, even though I had just become the political leader and thought I would become the Prime Minister. And the reason for that is I knew that Sir James was always there, that I could rely on his immense experience, his wisdom, political judgment, and his generosity to share that with me once we formed government. From the many conversations I had with him, even though he isn't here now, I think it helped to prepare me for the task ahead.
The High Court has ruled that the Public Service Commission's appointment of Clerk of the House of Assembly, Deborah Charles, and Deputy Clerk Simone Huggins were made in breach of established regulations. The case brought by the Public Service Union, PSU, concluded today with a judgment in favor of the union's president. Elroy Boucher said that the organization challenged the appointments because it believed the process lacked transparency, a concern the court has now validated.
Today marks a decisive moment in the ongoing struggle for fairness, transparency, and compliance in the way the Public Service Commission carries out its functions. The Public Service Union is pleased with the significant victory that was delivered in the High Court of St. Vincent and the Grenadines today. The High Court has ruled in favor of the Public Service Union in the matter brought against the Public Service Commission, in which it challenged the legality of the appointment of the Clerk of the House and the Deputy Clerk. In its judgment, the court has quashed the appointments to both positions, ruling that the process leading to these appointments did not comply with the legal standards set out in the public service regulations. At the time of the ruling, the position of Clerk of the House was held by Ms. Deborah Charles and the deputy position held by Mrs. Simone Huggins. The court's decision confirms that the procedures used to make these appointments were improper and therefore they are null and void.
Boucher stated that the PSU has long raised issues regarding the lack of transparency in the Public Service Commission appointments, noting that this ruling represents an important victory for the workers. He emphasized that all appointments within the public service should be conducted fairly and transparently, in full compliance with the Commission's regulations. According to Boucher, the decision sends a strong message about the need for accountability and adherence to proper procedures across the public sector.
The case is not merely a win for the Public Service Union. It is a win for every public servant who believes in fairness, justice, and good governance. It reinforces the principle that appointments and promotions in the public service must be done in a transparent and lawful manner, not by political favoritism, nepotism, or cronyism. Take this moment to commend our legal team, our membership, and every worker who continues to stand firm in the face of justice. Let this judgment serve as a reminder that when workers unite, when we speak with one voice, when we insist on accountability, meaningful change is possible. The union remains committed to defending the rights of workers, safeguarding the principles of excellent governance, and ensuring that public sector appointments reflect merit, competence, and respect for the law. Today, justice has prevailed, and we move forward stronger, more united, and more determined than ever.
The matter was first brought before the court 2 years ago. The Sector Skills Development Agency, SSDA, of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has recognized 88 individuals who successfully completed training under the National Standardization and Certification of Exportable Services Providers Initiative. The initiative forms part of the CARIFORUM Economic Partnership Agreement, the EPA, and CARICOM Single Market and Economy, CSME, standby facility for capacity building projects, launched in 2022. The program aims to enhance skills, knowledge, and service standards across SVG service sectors. Participants received training in musical performance, community cultural arts, spa services, domestic work, and security operations. Addressing the ceremony, Chairman Dwight Lewis said the event represented a celebration of new opportunities for growth and transformation for all participants. He described the certification as a significant step towards strengthening the nation's human resources capacity.
We are not just marking the completion of an important stage in the careers of those who will be receiving certificates, but we are also celebrating the beginning of many exciting new opportunities for growth and transformation. This ceremony is guided by the theme, Empowered to Excel, Seizing Opportunities in a Changing World. This theme represents a strong reminder that being prepared and resilient is essential for achieving success and growth amidst constant change. This theme goes far beyond mere words. It is a call for action for all of us, underscoring our shared ability to adapt and to move forward together. To the certificate recipients, today we honor the achievements, determination, and strength you have shown in pursuing certification in your chosen fields during these changing times. Whether you work as a security guard, spa service provider, or domestic worker, each of you has shown true dedication, a commitment to excellence, and to the enduring value of skills and lifelong learning.
Lewis noted that the initiative underscores the country's commitment to equipping its workforce with the competencies needed to compete in regional and international service markets. He explained that investment in skills development contributes to the structural strengthening of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, positioning the country to better capitalize on emerging economic opportunities. The chairman also highlighted 3 major sectors positively impacted by the program: the cultural and creative arts, wellness and personal care, and domestic and security services. According to Lewis, the advancements made through the training will support higher standards of service delivery while enabling participants to pursue broader employment prospects, both locally and abroad.
When the CSME project was launched in earnest in 2022, the goal was clear: strengthen our workforce, empower our citizens, and create opportunities that can stand firmly in a competitive regional market. But goals are only as powerful as the people who bring them to life, and each of you have done just that. Firstly, the development and implementation of a capacity building program for spa services providers. The targets accomplished under this component: we have trained the spa service providers, including owners and operators, in the areas of first aid and CPR, fire safety, sexual harassment, customer service, and marketing and promotion. We have developed a national standard for the SPAS sector, and that standard has been approved and disseminated among owners and operators. We have completed training and certification of 18 SPA services persons in SPA therapy level 2. Currently, we are awaiting Cabinet's approval for the SPA facilities to be registered and approved for licensing as an approved tourism product. Component 2 of the project, the development and certification of cultural service providers. And under this component, we developed a website for the Department of Culture, as well as a database that will capture all musical professionals and their corresponding levels of training. We are hoping by the end of the project to complete the retrofitting of a music studio and the procurement of musical equipment to offer training in musical performance level 2. The third component, vocational training and certification of CSME approved skills to include domestics and security guards. Assessors and verifiers in the various skill areas will also be trained. We have so far trained 10 persons in CBQ security operations level 3, 18 persons completed training in providing security services level 2, 15 persons completed training in housekeeping, 20 persons are now in training as assessors and verifiers and are awaiting certification.
Logos Hope, the world's largest floating bookstore, has returned to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, this time docking at the Camden Park. With a crew of 360 on board, the ship has scheduled a range of activities and events during its 9-day stay. Director of Logos Hope, Dicio de Carvalho, said it is always a pleasure for the team to return to SVG as they continue to share their message of hope with the Vincentian public. He expressed excitement about reconnecting with the communities and looked forward to another meaningful visit.
Yes, we have a new play called Copana, which will be held on the 6th here on board. It's a play about life and about what's important in life. We also have women's events and other events. We have a One World event, which is an opportunity to come together with the community, the local church here in the country, and have some time of worship and prayer and other events. But we also go on shore. We will be visiting local churches, and we'll have teams going off as well to work with schools and various opportunities to serve alongside the Vincentians.
De Carvalho added that he is optimistic the new docking location at Camden Park will pose challenges for visitors. He encouraged the public to take full advantage of the ship's extensive book collection, noting that reading remains a powerful tool for gaining knowledge and promoting peace.
Yeah, we realize that this is not the ideal location, so we are hoping that people will be able to come. It's a beautiful time to come to the ship. We have 5,000 titles, a variety of books, from children's books to educational books, Bibles, many other books. So it's an opportunity to come, and we would love to be able to provide this good literature at an accessible price for the community. Our opening times are 10 in the morning to 9 is the last ticket sale. Tuesday to Saturday, and Sundays only from 1. We open at 1 to 9. But Mondays we're closed, so we'll be closed this coming Monday.
Shelley Antoni, a member of the local organizing committee representing the churches, commended the Logos Hope team for their continued partnership. She said the churches are eagerly anticipating the upcoming events and highlighted the unique opportunity to access books that are often difficult to acquire locally.
In terms of from the church's perspective, and being a leader, we are quite aware of the challenges that we sometimes face getting materials. And with the logo soap, again, with your continued visits, you bring to us, and you open the doors to us so we can ensure that we have the material that we so need. Yeah, as we too look forward to the upliftment of our pastors, our ministers, our leaders. Again, knowledge is indeed power. So we look forward to that. As part of the committee.
This visit marks the 20th time that Logos Hope has come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines since the vessel was built in 1973. Welcome back. Still on the local scene, the launch of this year's Nine Mornings Festival has experienced a brief setback. But chairman of the Nine Mornings Committee, Randy Bomani Charles, says that the team is fully prepared to officially launch the festival in a week's time. Charles explained that once the launch takes place, the festival will move into full swing from November 16th to November 24th, with communities across St. Vincent and the Grenadines gearing up for the beloved cultural tradition.
Yes, we are on, definitely, for Nine Mornings 2025. The festival opens on Tuesday, December 16th, and will run up until the 24th of December this year. It's under the slogan, "Stop the Yawning, we go in 9 mornings." We've been engaged with a number of communities, rural communities, who will be having 9 mornings, evening, Christmas community lighting up activities throughout the season. So folks can feel free to visit those communities as well. And of course, join us at Heritage Square, as I said, from December 16th to the 24th for the usual family fun-filled mornings of activities, lots of prizes to be won, and definitely a view to enjoying 9 Mornings 2025.
He is encouraging all communities to participate, noting that a great deal of fun and excitement is expected as Vincentians prepare to celebrate the unique annual Christmas festival.
Now, we had scheduled a launch for the 30th of November. That would have been a few days ago. Of course, we've had to reschedule that given the break we had to take, really, to facilitate the community's participation in general elections. So now we will have the launch on the 14th, Sunday 14th of December. And just a couple of days after that, we go into the festival in earnest. So yes, we're inviting everyone to be a part of the festivities this year. As usual, go out into the communities, come to Heritage Square, of course, and let us have a wonderful Christmas season.
The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Hotel and Tourism Association, the SVG-HTA, held its biannual general meeting on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, and elected a new board of directors. Returning as president of the association is Isola Giddings of Grenadine House. The other members of the newly elected board are Vice President Ife Gurul of Ada Restaurants, B&B Inns and Lodges Representative Miles Bowie of Le Beau Boutique Hotel, Cottages at Bonanzas and Villas Representative Habuhav Craig for Canawan Estate Resort and Villas, Hotels Representative Keisha Brown of Mariners Hotel, Resorts Representative Tamu Allen of Sandals Resorts, Yachting and Boating Representative Philip Bernard of Barefoot Yacht Charters, Dive Representative Von Martin of Serenity Dive, Restaurant Representative Khalil Bacchus of Moonshine Restaurants, Land Tour Operator Representative Nicole Gunn Monroe of Blue Destination Services, Allied General Representative Peter Van Haven of Guardsman, Immediate past President Kim Halbish of Paradise Beach Hotel. In her acceptance speech, President Giddings thanked members for placing their confidence in her for a second term. She emphasized the association's remains committed to continued growth and development of the tourism and hospitality sector in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In other news, the vital role of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard was highlighted during the Police Cop Chat program, where leading seaman Romario Delicia and Sub-Lieutenant Kentlet Francis discussed the unit's expanding responsibilities and its commitments to national security. Delicia noted that the Coast Guard continues to evolve into a highly service-oriented arm of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. He explained that the unit is now equipped with a wide range of modern devices and tools that enhance its ability to respond swiftly and effectively to marine incidents.
Our main base is actually at Calico. We have a sub-base in Beckwith and in Canamon. Right, so if there's any medical evacuation from Beckwith, we have a base there, a station with a vessel, so we can evacuate persons with immediate effect. Depending on whether injury, wherever you're suffering, we give that assistance to the public. Search and rescue. Now, this search and rescue, right, is something we always trying to put more training into, and it's something that we take very serious. Our operation center is a 24-hour system. At any given time, you can call the Coast Guard, you will get a response, whether it be telephone or radio. Right? Issues that we normally have, right, is persons not reaching out to the Coast Guard immediately. Now, something may happen, persons may go live or post on Facebook. We do not recommend that. Call the Coast Guard immediately so we can be informed, so we can action whatever information come to us in a timely fashion.
He added that the Coast Guard operates under strict procedures and protocols designed to address emergencies and potential threats, many of which focus on preventing problems before they occur. Delicia stressed that preparedness, vigilance, and proactive planning remain central to the unit's daily operations.
Yes, we have a lot of standard operating procedure, whether it might be hurricane, storm. We have these things down pack. The commander, Mr. Dan Henry, he has sorted out a lot of those issues where he's a man of standard and he likes to see things done properly. Right? So before a lot of issues might arise, we actually have a lot of things in place to combat whatever issue we might have. Right? We provide also a lot of logistics support, especially on holidays regarding mainland and in the Grenadines, whether it be transportation and so forth, regarding maybe government workers or even civilians. Right? We do assist in that. We have the youth summer program development, where we normally conduct 2 phases starting from around the 14th of July.
Okay. Meanwhile, Sub-Lieutenant Kentlet Francis outlined the additional ways in which the Coast Guard serves the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Beyond routine patrols, he highlighted the unit's critical role in search and rescue operations, maritime safety support, and community engagement initiatives aimed at strengthening public trust.
Another thing that we do that other people don't know is we go into the community and we educate the fisher folk on their operation at sea. When they go up there, what to do, what not to do. Also, we give back to the poor. We have the Coast Guard food basket, where we would choose a community, and we go into that community and we share a gift box or bucket with food items for the elderly or persons who in need of it. We also assist persons. For example, persons normally call the Coast Guard and say, "Officer, I have a problem." And once they call the Coast Guard, the phone might ring once or twice. If it rings 3 times, it's because the watchkeeper who is on duty is on another call. And we would inform the person who is working that there's a situation where even it's on the land, and we would assist persons there, whether they have a plumbing problem or electrical problems, because we have different discipline in the Coast Guard. There are plumbers, there are electrical, there are mechanicals, and stuff like that. So we assist the public in different ways. We also go into the schools and we educate the children in school about the duties of the Coast Guard and what not to do and what to do.
Both officers reaffirmed the Coast Guard's unwavering dedication to protecting the nation's waters and supporting broader law enforcement efforts across St. Vincent and the Grenadines.